As you may or may not know, the Dune 500 by 500mm Microlook edge tiles have now been discontinued. We have now come up with hopefully a couple of solutions to overcome this problem. Now here I have the 600 by 600mm version. Again, it's got that Microlook edge detail all the way around. If you don't know, the Microlook edge means that it only fits the narrow 15mm wide grid. Now the issue with this, obviously firstly, is the size. 500 by 500 was very popular sort of 20-30 years ago, but now since that tile has gone, there are no other tiles made in that size. So two solutions. The first one is you can purchase the 600 by 600mm Microlook version again, so you have that edge detail for the step edge look when it sort of protrudes from the grid. The only issue is when you go to cut two sides off to obviously make the 500 by 500mm size, you are then proposed with the issue of having to cut in your own edge detail on two of the sides. This can be very fiddly. You can achieve it with a Stanley knife, of course, as you're using that to cut the tiles anyway. So this may be a good solution if you're only replacing a couple of tiles. Of course, another thing to note with that is that where you've cut the tiles, you'll have exposed unpainted edges. Again, so you'll see on those two sides that you've cut that it will be unpainted and unfinished. So it may not look the best, but if you're looking for sort of a quick solution and want the similar finish, which is this Dune sandy finish with the little pinholes, then that would be your best bet. For larger projects, again, if you're looking sort of 50 square meters plus, we would always suggest to install a new suspended ceiling with the most popular and will be around for many years to come, the 600 by 600mm size. Again, if it's going to be too much cost, we understand labour can be quite expensive and you do want to just replace the tiles. We would suggest moving on to a square edge tile instead. Again, although this isn't manufactured sort of readily available, you can buy the 600 by 600 square edge tiles, and we would suggest maybe the more sort of insulated material. So instead of this sort of hard fibre board, which can be quite crumbly and again time consuming on site, having to cut all those tiles, the insulated tiles, you pretty much can cut through them like butter with Stanley knife, so again will decrease your time. But then you can create just a square edge flat ceiling tile from the 600 by 600 tiles. We've got them off the shelf ready to go, and so it's a quick fix for those slightly larger ceilings but you don't want to be cutting into those edges. Thanks for watching.